Have you ever wondered what it feels like to stand on a stage, about to risk it all in front of millions? For Susan Boyle, that risk wasn't just about impressing judges. It was a chance to defy expectations, silence doubters, and show the world her remarkable talent. In a matter of minutes, Susan went from an anonymous 47-year-old from Blackburn to an international sensation. But behind the viral audition lies a far deeper story, one that spans decades of challenges, dreams, and an unwavering love for music. Today, we're diving into Susan Boyle's life story, an inspiring journey filled with triumphs, setbacks, and the kind of resilience that makes legends. So sit back, relax, and join us as we uncover the true story of Susan Boyle. Early life, the quiet beginnings of a future star. Born on April 1st, 1961, in the small Scottish town of Blackburn, Susan Magdalene Boyle was the youngest of 9 siblings. Her parents, Bridget and Patrick Boyle, had a modest life, with Patrick working as a miner and Bridget as a shorthand typist. With so many mouths to feed, the Boyle household was no stranger to financial hardship. But amidst the noise and chaos of a large family, young Susan found solace in music. Singing became her escape, a way to express herself and connect with something beyond her small town. Susan's early life wasn't without its difficulties. Born prematurely and deprived of oxygen for a short time during birth, she faced developmental challenges from a young age. Teachers labeled her as slow, and she struggled to keep up in a rigid educational system that had little understanding of learning disabilities. The other children at school could be unkind, mocking her and giving her hurtful nicknames that would stick in her memory. Despite this, Susan found strength in her family, particularly her mother, who always believed in her talents and encouraged her to pursue her dreams. The Boyle family wasn't wealthy, but they were rich in love. Susan's father, despite his gruff exterior, was a supportive presence in her life. He loved to sing and passed that love of music on to Susan. Together, they would sing around the house, their voices filling the rooms with warmth. These early years may have been challenging, but they laid the foundation for the resilience and determination that would define Susan's journey. School days and early struggles. The making of resilience. Susan's school years were some of the hardest of her life. The structured, fast-paced environment didn't cater to someone with her unique learning needs. Teachers were impatient, peers were cruel, and Susan often felt like an outsider. She recalls being singled out for her slower pace, and every failed test or missed question only made things worse. "I was just a little slower," she once said, reflecting on those tough years. But while school was difficult, Susan's love for music was growing stronger by the day. She joined the church choir and sang at community events, using every opportunity to showcase her talent, even if only to a small audience. Her mother, Bridget, was her biggest supporter during these years. Recognizing her daughter's potential, she encouraged Susan to participate in singing competitions, often pushing her to step out of her comfort zone. Bridget's faith in Susan was unshakable, and it was this support that would later give Susan the courage to audition for Britain's Got Talent. These years were formative in Susan's life, shaping her resilience and preparing her for the challenges that lay ahead. Family challenges, a mother's influence and loss. In addition to her struggles at school, Susan faced difficulties at home. The Boyle household was filled with love, but it was also a place where hardship was a constant companion. Her father, Patrick, had a temper shaped by his experiences in the war and the pressures of supporting a large family. Though he loved his children, he could be strict and demanding, sometimes directing his frustrations toward Susan. Despite these challenges, Susan's bond with her mother remained unbreakable. Bridget was her confidant, her cheerleader, and her guide. She encouraged Susan to believe in her dreams, even when those dreams seemed impossible. When Patrick passed away in 1999, Susan took on the role of caregiver for her aging mother, putting her own aspirations on hold. For years, she dedicated herself to looking after Bridget, who continued to encourage Susan's singing, often telling her, "One day, people will hear that beautiful voice of yours." It wasn't until Bridget's passing in 2007 that Susan felt ready to step into the spotlight. Her mother's death was a devastating blow, but it also ignited a fire within her. Susan knew she had to honor her mother's memory by pursuing the dream they had both cherished. This determination led her to Britain's Got Talent, a decision that would change her life forever. The audition, a moment that changed everything. April 11th, 2009, was a day that Susan would never forget. As she stepped onto the stage of Britain's Got Talent, the audience looked on with skepticism. Here was a middle-aged woman with unassuming looks, standing in front of a panel of judges known for their brutal honesty. But when she opened her mouth to sing "I Dreamed a Dream," everything changed. Her voice was powerful, soulful, and filled with emotion, a stark contrast to her appearance. The audition clip quickly went viral, racking up millions of views within days. Overnight, Susan Boyle became a global sensation. Headlines around the world declared her as the new, unlikely star, and she was suddenly in demand everywhere. Yet for Susan, this moment was more than just a viral sensation. It was the culmination of years of hard work, resilience, and the fulfillment of a promise she had made to her mother. Despite the sudden fame, she remained humble, often remarking that she was just a simple woman with a big dream. The price of fame: mental health challenges and media scrutiny. With fame came a new set of challenges. Susan was not prepared for the relentless media attention that followed her audition. Every aspect of her life was suddenly under scrutiny, from her appearance to her background. The tabloids were ruthless, often sensationalizing her story and creating false narratives that only added to the pressure. The demands of her new career were overwhelming, and Susan found herself struggling to keep up with the whirlwind of interviews, performances, and public appearances. In the weeks following the Britain's Got Talent finale, Susan suffered a mental breakdown. The pressures of fame, combined with the physical and emotional toll of her new life, became too much to bear. She was admitted to a mental health facility for a brief period, an experience that highlighted the harsh realities of sudden fame. But Susan's resilience shone through. With the support of her family, friends, and fans, she made a full recovery, emerging stronger and more determined to continue her journey in music. The music career, from I Dreamed a Dream to international stardom. Susan's debut album, I Dreamed a Dream, was released in November 2009 and became an instant success. It broke sales records, reaching #1 in charts around the world and selling over 10 million copies. For Susan, this album was a labor of love, a testament to the dream she had pursued for so long. Her voice resonated with listeners of all ages, and her story touched hearts around the globe. Following her debut, Susan released several more albums, each one showcasing her growth as an artist. Her second album, The Gift, explored a range of musical styles, and she continued to expand her repertoire with each new release. Fans admired her ability to convey deep emotion through her voice, and her music provided a source of comfort and inspiration for many. Despite the challenges of fame, Susan remained dedicated to her craft, using her music as a way to connect with people and share her story. Personal life: navigating fame with grace and humility. Despite her global fame, Susan Boyle has always remained grounded. She continues to live in her childhood home in Blackburn, finding comfort in the familiar surroundings and the support of her local community. In interviews, she has spoken candidly about the challenges of adjusting to fame, often describing herself as a simple woman with a love for singing. Her humility and authenticity have endeared her to fans worldwide, who admire her for staying true to herself amidst the chaos of fame. In recent years, Susan has been open about her struggles with Asperger's syndrome, a form of autism that was only diagnosed later in her life. This revelation brought new understanding to her experiences, helping her and her fans make sense of the unique challenges she faces. Susan's honesty about her condition has made her a powerful advocate for autism awareness, and her story has inspired countless individuals to embrace their own differences, health struggles, overcoming setbacks with resilience. Over the years, Susan has faced a series of health challenges, including a diagnosis of type 2 diabetes. This condition required her to make significant changes to her lifestyle, but her dedication to her music remained unwavering. In 2022, she suffered a minor stroke that temporarily affected her ability to sing and perform. For many, this would have marked the end of a career, but Susan was determined to return to the stage. Her comeback performance on Britain's Got Talent was a triumphant moment, a reminder of the resilience that has defined her life. She worked tirelessly to regain her strength, undergoing extensive therapy and rehabilitation to recover her voice. Her fans were moved by her determination, and her performance was a powerful testament to her love for music and her refusal to let anything stand in the way of her dreams. Legacy. A voice that inspired the world today, Susan Boyle's impact extends far beyond her music. She has become a symbol of resilience, a reminder that dreams are worth pursuing, no matter the obstacles. Her journey from a small town in Scotland to the international stage is a story of courage, humility, and unwavering faith in oneself. Susan's voice has touched millions, but it is her spirit that has truly resonated with the world. Her story continues to inspire new generations, and her music remains a source of comfort and joy for fans everywhere. For Susan, fame was never the goal. It was simply a byproduct of her love for singing. Her legacy is one of hope and perseverance, a reminder that it is never too late to follow your dreams, no matter how impossible they may seem. The lasting legacy of Susan Boyle. Susan Boyle's legacy is more than just the story of an unlikely talent discovered on a reality show. Her influence runs deep, resonating with millions who saw her transformation as a symbol of hope and resilience. Boyle's journey redefined what it means to make it in the entertainment industry, especially for those often overlooked because of age, background, or personal challenges. Susan's impact isn't only about her music or her fame, but about her message. Talent and passion can transcend limitations imposed by society. One of the most profound elements of Susan's legacy is her role as a symbol for pursuing dreams at any age. Before Susan, popular culture and media often spotlighted youth and physical appearance as prerequisites for success in music and entertainment. Susan broke these stereotypes by stepping into the spotlight at the age of 47, unpolished and unapologetically herself. She demonstrated that passion doesn't diminish with time, and neither should society's openness to accepting new talent. Her story inspired people worldwide who felt that age was a barrier to their aspirations. People from all walks of life, young, middle-aged, and older, saw in Susan a validation of their dreams. Her success has encouraged countless others to chase their passions, regardless of societal expectations. Susan's legacy also reaffirms the transformative power of kindness and humility in an industry that often emphasizes superficiality. Throughout her career, she remained grounded, frequently crediting her late mother, Bridget, for encouraging her to follow her dreams. Her devotion to her roots, her commitment to simple living, and her humility despite her success have made her a beloved figure worldwide. Unlike many celebrities, Susan has chosen to live in the same modest home she grew up in, staying close to her family and community in Blackburn. This choice has endeared her to her fans, who see her as a refreshing departure from the glamorous, sometimes inaccessible world of fame. Another layer of her legacy lies in her influence on music and artistry. Susan's vocal style, a mix of classical and contemporary with a powerful emotional depth, has garnered a dedicated fan base. Her music, particularly her renditions of classic songs, continues to inspire vocalists and artists who recognize the importance of emotional authenticity in performance. Artists who study her technique note her unique ability to connect deeply with a song's narrative, giving life to lyrics and melodies in a way that moves audiences. Susan's approach to music is about more than technical prowess. It's about delivering a story and inviting listeners to feel a range of emotions, from joy to heartbreak. In the broader context of her legacy, Susan represents triumph over adversity. Her story resonates with anyone who has faced challenges or been told they weren't good enough by conventional standards. Fans and followers see her journey as proof that setbacks can lead to breakthroughs and limitations can become launching pads for success. Her resilience in the face of public scrutiny, her ability to rise above challenges, and her unwavering love for her craft have made her a role model for perseverance. Today, as Susan continues to perform and release music, she remains a source of inspiration for anyone daring to defy the odds stacked against them. So, what do you think about Susan Boyle's legacy? How has she inspired you, and what have you learned from her journey? Well, let us know what you think in the comments below. And if you find this video inspiring, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel for more content just like this. Until next time, stay resilient and keep chasing your dreams.